Now on.
Greetings, world and family. I am a Richard with my great buddy, Mr. Gary here, and we are bringing to you volume 2 of Rocking Pandora's Box. Ow! Cheers, Gary. How are you, my great
I'm
friend?
good. Good. Thank you very much, Richard. It's lovely to see you again.
It's always lovely to see you, my friend, and I can't wait for this show today. But first and foremost, my family, I would love to invite you to go and subscribe to Gary's Telegram and YouTube channels, which I'm going to leave into the comments under this video afterwards. But it is called, the both of them, Alternative Interactions. So it would be a great favor to us, to me, to Gary, that you take the time and go subscribe, because we want to see him grow, grow, grow. Because the knowledge within this man is so rock and roll that we need him to go up and away.
Thank you very much, Richard. Very kind.
You're welcome.
And also, all of lovely Richard's family, please remember to like, share, and subscribe on his channel and keep the message going.
Yes, thank you so much. All my beautiful family, my beautiful mama bears, my beautiful granny bears. I wouldn't exist without any of you. So I give you some dragon's breath of love. Love. Yay!
Superb.
Oh, I can't wait for your questions today, Mr. Gary.
Yeah, we've got a rocking show today, hopefully. Right. Now, last week you did a yum yum bubblegum.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it again. Cheers, world. I love you.
Yum yum bubblegum.
I was distracted by you.
Well, it happens, doesn't it? Yeah, so last week or earlier in the week, you did a reading on Trump and his Daytona 500.
Yes.
Yeah. And you said on the channel, come then, Gary, do some Gematria on it. Now, I have to say I'm not great at Gematria, but I did some, and the words that really struck out to me, and I have written them down. So if I'm looking this way, it's because I've written them down, so I want to get it right.
Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, Trump's granddaughter's middle name is actually Dorothy.
I learned this after I made that video through the comments. Yes.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Amazing. Now, she was wearing a dress with a rainbow on it. And the rainbow, what do we find at the end of the rainbow?
Well, the pot of gold.
Bingo.
Yes.
So that's a decal straight away. And she was obviously wearing the red slippers. So, but when we go back to the words Daytona 500 and we do the Gematria on them, Daytona comes up as Nathaniel Rothschild.
Ah, a creep.
Yeah. One of the deletes, in fact.
Oh, what did we call them? The dumb elites?
Dumb elites. That's it. Dumb elites. One of
That's
the dumb
our
elites.
word.
Yeah.
Dumb elites.
Yeah, dumb elites. But also 500 in Gematria comes up as, and you're going to love this one, buckle up.
That's what it means? Buckle up?
Yeah. So what we've got is Daytona 500 is Nathaniel Rothschild, buckle up. Okay.
Oh, major flesh of the goose all over my spine.
Me too.
But I knew there was something when I was doing the reading. I fell on 500. I felt there was something there, and you broke it.
But we gets even better, Richard. Gets even better. Trump's granddaughter was wearing ruby slippers.
Yes.
When you do the Gematria for ruby slippers, it is I got the juice.
More flesh of the goose. I got the juice. Buckle up on the creep.
So Nathaniel Rothschild, buckle up. I got the juice. Wow. Now, I think this also links into your reading that you did when you read on the Fort Knox. Because wherever that gold is, even if it's not in Fort Knox, it's not gone anywhere physically, and it will be returned. So there's it's a film. You know, and I know that we're watching a movie play out, and this is
Yes,
part of the
and that's why
movie.
we're not. Sorry to interrupt, but
No,
this is why we're not stressed out about it, Femi, because we know this is not really for us. Like we have a form of awareness. We got to be very careful on what we focus our attention to because you don't want to get that to start making you question what your inner knowing already knows. That gold is coming back to all of us.
totally, totally. Yeah, yeah, 100%. The outcome's quite clear. It's just how we get there. And
Mm,
we need to disassociate in many ways, observe the movie and enjoy it for what it is, because we're
yeah,
never going to get this right again.
never. It's a never ending story.
Certainly is riding on the dragons. so, so with
Wow.
that in mind, um, was my Gematria right about? I mean, we've had the goose of the feathers, or we're getting there, but I
I
think
know
we're
you are right, but we're taking out Sally. Sally has been so excited lately. She's like all over the place. Look at her being so excited and so shiny and so beautiful. So I don't even have to ask a question. Like, was his Gary's gematria on point, accurate, and is it all on the juice? That creep, that Roth thing. Yeah, so buckle up, Buttercup. We're coming. Oh yeah, so now I'm seeing Cash Patel.
yeah,
Patel.
Patel. I think
Like,
yeah,
oh my God, I'm seeing him grin like a Cheshire cat.
yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, is there any way that we are wrong, beautiful? After I want you to play with your pendulum because you're a rock star. See, we're not wrong. There's no way.
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
I mean, I was guided to those words by source. It was as
How,
simple as
how,
that. So,
how do we
I,
do the Trump dance? How does it go again? Is it like this? Okay.
that's a real dad dance.
I like that dance. It makes me happy to see people all around the world doing it. It's like a victory lap, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, totally, totally.
oh,
But with that wonderful sort of start to it, that also then takes us down into
yes,
your cards keep saying, and you've said regularly that we're going into a new golden age.
yes.
And I concur 100%. We definitely are. But to go into a golden age, some of these dumb elites need deleting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So they are going to be the dumb elites, and then going to be the deletes.
Yes. Did you want me to look into this or there's
Yes, I
more?
do, because I think that the Fort Knox gold, not necessarily being in Fort Knox, but somewhere, yeah, is what we're going to see or come out, I believe, is that the banking cartels have
Mm-hmm.
taken the money out of Fort Knox, probably around 1974-ish, because that's when we went properly off the gold standard and went onto the oil standard that backed the US dollar.
Yes.
So we
Okay, I
then,
got you.
yeah, yeah, which was, I think, was called BRICS Stratton meeting. It was agreed upon by the world. Now, at that point, the gold was not in anybody's sight and then could be whisked away. And what I think
1974.
1974,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's when we went on to the petrodollar standard, and we came off that in 2024, last year.
Right. Okay. I'm getting confirmation.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And so since that point, the US dollar has been floating in the ether, not backed by anything at all, apart from hopium and faith.
Hmm.
Yeah. But the US dollar backs the euro, the British pound, the Canadian dollar, and everything else. Do you know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's really is a fundamental sort of benchmark financially. Now, Trump's got a big problem of revaluing going into the golden era. Now, the biggest problem he's got are the banking cartels. Will he be able to use the misappropriation of the gold, as in they've taken the gold and they have sold that gold via paper bonds to other people to make money on the people's gold. Because you've got to remember that gold is owned by the American public. It's
Yes.
not anybody's gold as such, it's the public's gold. And I think what will come out is that we're going to see like the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, JP Morgan, all these big banking cartels, even potentially BlackRock, have used that gold and made money out of it, while the US citizens have had no money from it. So it's a form of theft, but not. So is this what breaks the straw of the camel's back, as it were? Because this then gives Trump the opportunity to then go for legally and via whoever to take down the banking cartels, which then stops a lot of the opposition for us going into the golden age.
Okay, so I do follow everything you say. This was a big one, so I gotta like bring it down in a
Yeah,
simple
yeah,
question.
yeah. So is this movement of gold that was not ratified, was a legal movement of the gold, the thing that will create the
Their
beginning of,
downfall.
yes,
Okay,
their
highest up
downfall.
oversoul in universe. Please tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know. We're gonna follow Gary's question. So basically, to make it simple, I don't even have like my higher self already asked, but it's
Yeah, yeah,
more for the our
yeah,
family here.
yes. The
So
lovely Femi.
is the stolen gold what is gonna bring him down? Like I want to see them coming down in flames and being torched alive like a barbecue. That's my wish. All right, so what do we have here? It's a work in progress. This is the first card that came out. So he's working on gold. He's working on gold. Uh, then we got healing, the age of Aquarius coming in. Then we got very fast movement. This is like rapid fire, like information coming. Second fastest card of the deck. So already, buddy, like these three cards are yes cards. It's not a maybe. It's not a perhaps. They're all, well, see, that's why I like the beginner's deck, because sometimes you have added information and I could show it to you, my family. So it's a yes, and it is a yes. I can go more if you want more information.
Well, if you feel it's a yes, and I do as well, because I mean, what we have to let the family understand, and your beautiful listeners worldwide, is what we're trying to do is decode the story before it happens for them. So they,
Right.
so they've
Okay.
they've they've got eyes on. There we go.
Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even need any more cards. I mean, look, I'll just do it quickly. Trump, judgment, a wake up call in regards to outer warring, and we're coming back victorious from war. Secrets of the universe being exposed. Whilst we're all meditating and wondering where the gold is, off-world energy coming to heal and rebalance, and we're crossing to the golden era. The end.
What a beautiful card to end on. Yeah.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, I know. So again, it's just helping everyone see like the game of the movie, the plot.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, we can now say that this is part of the plot and the story. So don't get upset about the gold not being in Fort Knox, because the gold hasn't gone anywhere physically, it hasn't gone poof magically away. It's still physically somewhere, and you've got to go on.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about Mount Shasta? What do you resonate about this?
The
Mount Shasta, I think it's called. It's a mountain, Mount Shasta. Um, Maybe the gold could be stored there somehow.
right. Yeah,
I don't know if I'm saying it right.
yeah, I'm not sure either. I What we've seen recently is the London Bullion Exchange has done record amounts of movements of gold back to America.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
London Bullion Exchange is now 6 weeks to 8 weeks for delivery of gold. That means there's no gold left in London.
Aha.
That's big news.
Right.
And I think that the gold has been moved all over the world. And I think what we're going to see is a big panic, because whoever's caught holding the it's a bit like musical chairs, Richard. Whoever's
Yes.
whoever's run out of the chair to sit down when the music stops is in for a big fall.
Oh, I hope it's like the chair, instead of a wooden chair, I want it to be like a bear trap chair.
It
I
could
got
well
to
be
buy
an
the
electric one.
electric bear trap one. Yeah, well, Black Obsidian's approving with everything
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very, very interesting. Now, the money wise, a lot of people don't understand, and I am a bit of a nerd when it comes to money. I've been self-educating. It's called autodidactic. I'm self-educated,
Okay.
and look into this, and I've been looking at money and the way money works for quite some time, because they make it overly complex. It's, oh, don't worry about that, don't worry about that, we've got it handled. But really, when you start looking at it really, really carefully, you start to see the fraudulent use of the money and how they've used it to enslave us.
Yes.
you know so if we go into money itself and how money is created,
Mm-hmm.
money is created out of fresh air.
Yes, it's cotton paper. It's a voucher,
Yes, it's a
right?
promissory note, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And we create um, all the money ourselves. So when you go to a bank for a loan, they always get you to sign something. Or if you go for a mortgage, and what does mortgage mean in French?
Why, it's death. Mort is la mort, and that's death. And it's like a death gauge.
Death pledge, death
You
gauge.
know,
Yeah.
it's everywhere. Like even like Santa Claus, Satan's claws. Like
Yes.
it's all over the place. The
Yes.
trickeries. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. But what is very interesting is, and this goes back to the straw man and Cestui Act, is whenever you have to sign any legal documents,
Mm-hmm.
particularly in the bank, they make you sign in black ink inside a box, don't they?
I know there's something with the black ink. It's a death.
Right. The black ink represents death,
Mm-hmm.
and the box represents the coffin that you live in.
Oh shoot! Okay, there's some added. Of course it is. Of
Yeah.
course.
And if you don't sign in black ink within the box, within the coffin, so say you signed in red ink above the box, red represents living blood, they would struggle to lend you any money because it's not part of their deaf corporation system of black magic.
Disgusting.
I know, shocking, isn't it? Um, so basically, you sign a document for a loan when that's a promissory note, and that note is then taken in by the bank, and you created the money. So say you wanted to borrow $10,000 or £10,000 or 10,000 anything, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
from the bank, depending wherever you live, any kind of finance. That 10,000, we'll call it units of money that we would think it's money, but it's actually units, is created by you by your promissory note, and the bank's holdings increase by £10,000 or dollars. They then lend you your own money back to you with conditions which you pay interest on the money that never existed in the first place, but it was your money. And if you default in any way, not only do you lose the money you paid in initially, if you bought a car or a house or anything, you also lose the house. And this is the way the banks make money, but also create debt on top of debt on top of debt, which actually devalues our money. So years ago, you could have bought a house, say 30 years ago, easy numbers, you could have bought a house for £30,000, say, well, you use the English money because I'm
Yes.
English. So for 30 years ago, you could have bought a nice house for £30,000. Today, that house is far more valuable than £300,000, but we'll keep it in even, easy to understand numbers. So 30 years ago, the house was worth £3,000, as in monetary notes pounds.
Hmm.
And today it's worth 300,000 monetary note pounds. But the only real money that we have, which is what the bank stole earlier from Fort Knox, is gold. And the same amount of gold coinage would have brought the house 30 years ago as to will buy that same house today for the £300,000, the same amount of gold. And what that means is that the amount of money the banks have been lending out in debt has devalued the money by £270,000 over 30 years.
Wow.
And your wages don't rise that much.
They
And,
don't.
and this is part of the debt slavery, because you're constantly running on the hamster wheel to make the money to pay for the bills after the taxes, again, which are an illegal thing.
Yes.
And so it really, really is shocking. Now, on my channel, I've actually shared some information on Telegram. You can look him up on YouTube. It's Professor Richard Werner, and
Okay.
some of his stuff's quite difficult to find. But Professor Richard Werner on his channel has got a very short, really for monetary wise, 15-minute explanation of how the banks create money out of nowhere. And he actually went to a bank in Germany
Mhm.
and borrowed 200,000 euros, and the money came from nowhere, and he was able to prove it, absolutely prove it. And he actually did that in front of BBC cameras.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Now I've never been able to find the BBC film of it. Why would you?
Ah, okay, okay.
But he's talked about it several times, and so it's quite fascinating to understand this. Now, what I think we're going to see is we're going to go back to sound money that's backed by something like gold in the future, hence the golden era, and hence
Yes,
why Trump is so desperate and forthright, quite rightly, to get the people's money back in
yes.
gold, because that's the only real money.
Absolutely. And he's been wearing that gold tie, hasn't he? Yeah.
Comms everywhere, comms
They're
everywhere.
all over the place. Well, okay, I was about to stray to something else. Later, I want to come back if we have a chance to Cash Patel, his tie with the surfer,
The paddle border.
the paddle board. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
there, huh?
Well, there is, because I think the guy on the paddleboard who died was Obama's chef, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
Very interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting. But again, let's go on to a tangent, because I do like tangents, as you
Oh,
know.
I do love it too. Yes, yes,
Right,
yes.
right, right.
Babble away.
So the original bankers in our world were the Knights Templars.
Yes.
And in 1307, the Pope decided that the Templars had too much money and wanted to remove their power as bankers. The Templars spent a lot of time on boats, ships, and that's why our language, when we talk about banks, is maritime, and that's where we get our maritime. So a bank is actually the river bank, and a branch of your bank is a river branch. And when you go to take your money out, you go into the bank and you see a teller, and the teller in the olden days would tell you where they had buried your treasure in the side of the riverbank.
Wow.
Because obviously we have liquid assets, don't we? And then we become bankrupt, as in the bank of the river has collapsed and ruptured, and so you no longer have any money because the
Right.
water has flown out of the river or the bank.
It's crazy, eh? It was
Yeah,
right
yeah,
in our
yeah. It's
face the whole time.
everything is there. But what's very interesting is the Knights Templars, once they were kind of disbanded and had been attacked, not fully disbanded, obviously, because they're still about. But the Knights Templars changed their sigil to the skull and crossbones. and became the pirates of the sea, and then to take vengeance on the Pope would raid the ships of the Pope and steal the Pope's treasure on the ships. And that's why we get the skull and crossbones.
Yes, 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 yes.
And the skull and crossbones still continues this day in Yale University as
Uh-huh.
the Skull and Crossbones Society. But then,
Which I think most, is it like most presidents are part of crossing? Aha.
yeah, George Bush was certainly George Bush
Yes, it's
Senior or
him.
Junior. Sorry, yeah, the Texas governor, the one that
Uh-huh.
wasn't quite as bright as everybody else. Bless him.
A dumb elite.
And he was. He showed it, didn't he?
Wow. So yes, because I always found it kind of, I get how it works, the maritime law, but the difference is law of the land versus maritime law, right?
Yeah, well, law stands for land, air, and water.
Okay, land, air, and wow, land, air, and water. So where's the fire?
We are the fire, clearly.
Of course we are. We're the ones with the soul aspect. We are
Yes.
fire.
Yeah, we're the true, that's our true power. And
I love this.
yeah, because when you go to court, you go into the dock and you're a vessel. And so you go into the dry dock and you have a barrister who, or a lawyer who represents you, who's a member of the bar. And the bar signifies the sandbar in which the lawyer can stand on because he can then talk to the judge. And all the judges is a banker because all the judge is interested in is how much money he can make out of you, either through fining you or from putting you in prison and so costing you your time as in your life.
Wow. Yeah, it's really well. You explained that so very good.
It's a
Now,
spider's web.
would it be true, right? Because we've all heard stories or seen videos, or if you'd go in front of like a judge and all that, and you say like, basically, like I'm not a fictional character, like I do not answer anything, and you can't judge me. Is there truth to this? If you go like I'm not a person in capital lettering.
Partly, but the fact that you turned up at court means you're pleaded guilty already.
So you're already screwed with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only way you can get away with that is if you go to a jury. So 12 of your peers try you in, like, I think it's the High Court now in England and probably the Supreme Court. And that's the only court that you can actually get a fair hearing because it's your peers that are hearing the charges.
Right. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
well explained, my buddy. I love it. I love
it,
your mind.
Well, it's energy exchange. All of this is an energy exchange. And what they're doing is they're using our energy, our life force against us to get us running on a hamster wheel. So we never look at this stuff and question
Well,
what's
we're
going
too busy
on.
working all the time. Like, it's not natural to work 40 hours a week.
No,
That makes no sense.
no. So you work during the week to make
Mhm.
you weak. So at the weekend, you're weakened and can't do anything because you need to recover for the rest of the week as it makes you weaker.
So you don't have a chance to wake up, snap out of it.
Yeah.
And then you could afford 2 weeks off for a holiday that you put on your credit card, right? And then you start all over again.
Yeah. More
But that's
debt.
all coming down.
It is. And
Oh,
that is the brilliant thing. Although what we're talking about is quite technical, and I do apologize if people have
oh no,
fallen
we love
asleep
your
already.
mind. We love your mind.
But you have to understand the cage that they've put us in
Hmm.
and that we're about to break free. So,
We're breaking free.
yeah.
Because it starts with in here, the
Yeah,
break free. You
yeah.
know, like that video that's going viral right now of this young mademoiselle. She's talking to her iPad and it's got
Yes.
AI in it. And
Yeah.
it's saying the big awakening is
Yeah.
us within us realizing what our conscience is.
Yes.
That's the big reveal. It's not all like Guantanamo Bays and like seeing the
No.
guilty. It's us being made aware of what we truly are.
Us waking up to our own true potential. Yay.
Oh, well, what's the Trump dance again?
Right, Richard, we've got about 10 minutes left. So would you like to do
Are
that
you
read?
kidding me?
No, it's gone so quickly.
I thought it was 10 minutes.
10 minutes left, literally, with what we've got
Okay,
before we cut
yes.
off. So would
Rapid
you like
fire.
to do that reading that you wanted to do on the paddle border?
Yes, 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 yes. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
intriguing, that one.
okay. Higher self, oversoul, and universe. Please tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know. I want to go see this Thai on Cash Patel. He's on a paddle boarder. We all know what I'm talking about. I'm getting a download right now as we speak. Someone's in my back. Oh, it's a big information coming in. Let's see. I want to know everything. Paddleboard Thai. Go. Rock roll. Talking about the Khazarian mafia, the creeps, the dumb elites, the deletes. All of them with your intro of that Nathaniel Pigvamit Rothschild, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, we're taming the beast by the mouth in regards to the Khazarian mafia. The Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, she's got a lot of integrity. She is the mystic, the witch of the tarot. Very fiery element. Doesn't it look like a paddleboard?
Yes. Wow. Doesn't it?
Moving on. Okay. The end of a world for a rebirth of another one. So a lot of information, because the world could also be like news crossing the internet. Okay, this card. So the tie going all over the internet. Heartbeat, judgment. A wake-up call to the dead, I want to say surfer paddleboarder, because look at the pasty color. This is awakening the dead. Again, illusion, delusion, smoke and mirrors, and or death. All right, so okay, so there's a lot of information. Everything is so confusing at what we're staring at right now. Having the higher ground at war. Okay, again, he looks like a paddle person. Then, okay, flip-flopping. Everything is flipping around in the information. We can look at this as a gold coin, therefore the golden era. It could also be like a clock, tick-tock, tick-tock. But whatever, he's got his hand in the bear trap, the demonic now. Good guys at the top. And we end with, there's, again, that's my other Trump white hats, good guys card. He comes as the emperor or the king of wands. So, yes, that is judgment coming in regards to Obama, that whole industry. Yeah. Aren't they just now proving? I saw a clip, Gary and Femi, that finally they're like saying after 4 long years we can prove his birth certificate is bull. I mean, it took 4 years to figure that out. Come on now. But in regards to that, yeah, we're talking about the Khazari Mafia. So there is something with the paddle border on his tie. It's bringing back to like the creeps back here. But we got strength. We got all the information on the creeps. So it's beautiful. It's a form of
disclosure. Yeah, it's disclosure time, isn't it? Yeah.
Sometimes I trip with my French and my English in my head.
You do amazingly well.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Do we have time for anything else you want to throw at me?
Well, that was a nice quick reading. We've got 5 minutes. So,
okay, so
what would you like to read on? I mean, everyone's here to see you, my man. You're the star.
Okay, so how about if I just do like a message to the collective, to La Famille, like just a quick little message, like for the community, for everyone out there. Hi, up Oversoul in Universe. See, I'm rushing because now I got 4 minutes. All right. So give me a message for the family. A general reading, message for the collective. All right, let's rock and roll. So what do we have? First in line, we do have, it's a big time to surrender all that stress. 10s are endings. And this one is about a surrender of information, of stress. Stabbed in the back, face in the mud, it's an ending. I love that. Then we got new beginnings, high hopes. It's very much like the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, a bright new offering, a gold coin in his hands. Then we have collaborations coming in. Okay, so beautiful emotional health, make America healthy again. That's a download I'm getting. So we got Surrender to the Creeps. We got A New Birth with the Golden Era. We got the new medical system. And then, oh my God, an alpha, so fiery, a grant to the universe. This is like ding, 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 beautiful, beautiful, very fiery. Then we don't need to stress too much. This is exaggerated stress. Femi, Gary, well, you know
The
this.
movie, the movie stress.
The movie is stressful, but it's blown out of proportion. And then we're going to get all the wishes manifested with the Nine of Cups. Everything that, so careful what you wish on or you focus on. We are magic. So if you want the best outcome, focus on the best outcome as though it has already happened, because judgment is coming. And then we all have humanity, the higher ground at war. And then we end with, look, the King of Finances, the King of Pentacles. Glorious. Okay, let me do my clarifyings. So in a time we could be jaded or bored or meditating or praying. Careful what you focus on again. The universe is coming to you. And then we got, yes, it's confusing. Everything that's popping up. I can't follow all the news right now. But look, we got Trump again. He's in control. The white hats. Da-da-da! Oh, the dance.
Brilliant. we really, it's very difficult when you're watching the show coming out not to get sucked in and drawn into this. I mean, we see so many things on the news channels on either X, Facebook, or Telegram or whatever, and a lot of it's just fear porn or designed to drag us into the energy of it, and we really mustn't, because if you know the outcome, which we do, the cards are very clear all the time. It's consistent. My pendulum's consistent. You know, I mean,
pendulum.
Okay, let's try. So, hello, pendulum. Are you happy to work for me? Yes, you are. Very nice. Thank you very much. Now, are we going to become, and see, when it goes backwards and forwards for me, it wants me to carry on with the question. It's loving it. So are we going to become into the golden age, and are we going to remove all of these deletes and dumb elites? And look at that swing. That's like a helicopter. That's a big
it's
clockwise for me is a yes. Look at that.
Oh my God, I love it so much, because there's so much energy in like this movement.
Yeah.
Oh. Mine does what mine does, and I love it, but I really love how yours goes.
Like I did on my channel just do an explanation of how to use a pendulum.
I saw it.
Yes. And I did ask a couple of questions about source as well on the following one, just so you understand where the information comes from, and how to try and practice that. And
I thought it was very well done and brilliant. I loved it.
As was your honey golden interview. Oh my God, Richard, I thought you was going to swallow your ears. It was amazing.
We had so much fun, and we'll be collaborating again in the near future, guys. So
superb. Look forward to that. Huh? So anyway, we're now out of time. So thank you very much, Femi. Bless you. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Femi. We love you all so very much. So be good, be kind to yourself, and we'll catch you all on the next Rocking Pandora's Box. Ow! We love you back. Cheers.
Bye.